What makes a kitchen truly senior-friendly? Most people assume it's about bigger appliances or smarter technology, but in Japan, the answer is often much simpler. A good kitchen asks less from your body, less bending, less lifting, less reaching, and fewer chances for accidents. Today, we're exploring 10 Japanese kitchen ideas that help seniors stay independent for longer without needing a bigger home or an expensive renovation. Let's get started. Number 10. The induction cooktop. For decades, gas stoves were the standard in Japanese kitchens. Today, many households have switched to induction cooking instead, and safety is one of the biggest reasons why. Unlike a gas stove, an induction cooktop has no open flame, which dramatically reduces the risk of accidental fires, an important advantage for seniors who may become distracted while cooking, or who don't react as quickly as they once did. The smooth glass surface also makes cleaning far easier. Food splatters don't get trapped around burners or grates. A quick wipe is usually all it takes. No scrubbing, no disassembling parts, just a safer, simpler cooking experience from the very first step of preparing a meal. Once the cooking surface itself becomes safer, the next question is how easily the ingredients can actually be reached in the first place. Number 9. The refrigerator drawer. Think about how many times a day you open the refrigerator. Now, think about how often you have to bend down to reach something stored near the bottom. Japanese designers looked at that repetitive movement and asked a simple question. What if the food came to you instead? Rather than crouching down and reaching into a deep compartment, the entire drawer slides outward on smooth rails. Fresh vegetables, drinks, and frequently used ingredients move closer to your hands, fully visible at a glance. Nothing gets lost in the back, and nothing requires crouching or stretching to retrieve. Most importantly, your knees and lower back do not have to work nearly as hard, meal after meal, day after day. But not every daily task in the kitchen happens standing up. Some of the most tiring chores happen while standing still at the sink for long stretches of time. Number 8. The compact dishwasher. Washing dishes might seem like a minor chore, but standing at a sink for 20 or 30 minutes every day can become surprisingly exhausting, especially for older adults managing joint pain or lower back problems. That's exactly why compact dishwashers are so common in Japanese kitchens, even in the smallest apartments. Even a modest-sized unit can comfortably handle a household's daily dishes. The machine does the scrubbing, the machine handles the rinsing, and the user spends far less time standing in one place. It's not the most exciting appliance in the kitchen, no flashing lights or clever design, but once it's installed, it quickly becomes clear how much daily effort it quietly saves. And once the dishwasher takes care of the washing itself, the next design solves what happens right after, drying everything without adding extra steps. Number 7. The oversing dish rack. This design perfectly reflects a very Japanese kind of efficiency. Instead of placing a drying rack somewhere else on the counter, taking up valuable workspace, it's installed directly above the sink. That means water drips straight back down into the basin below. No puddles collecting on the countertop, no separate tray to empty several times a day, and no need to carry dripping wet dishes across the room to a different drying spot. Simply wash, place the dish directly above, and let gravity quietly handle the rest. It's a small, almost invisible idea, but it removes dozens of small, unnecessary movements from the kitchen every single day. Movements that add up more than most people realize. Of course, drying dishes is only part of the picture. What happens when you actually need to reach something stored deep inside a cabinet? Number 6. Full extension drawers. Traditional cabinets share a frustrating flaw. The deeper they are, the harder it becomes to reach whatever sits at the very back. Items get pushed further in, containers seem to disappear entirely, And finding them usually means kneeling on the floor and stretching awkwardly with one arm. Japanese kitchens solve this with full extension drawers that slide completely outward when opened, rather than just part way. Nothing stays hidden. Every bowl, every pot, every container becomes fully visible at once. Instead of reaching into the cabinet, the entire cabinet essentially comes to you. For seniors, that difference means less bending, less twisting, and far less physical strain during ordinary, everyday cooking tasks that shouldn't require effort in the first place. Reaching into cabinets is one challenge, but lifting heavy, awkward items presents an entirely different kind of risk. Number 5, the automatic rice dispenser. Rice is a daily staple across Japan, but carrying and lifting a large bag of it isn't always easy. A typical bag can weigh several kilograms, and lifting that weight repeatedly puts real strain on the back and shoulders over time. That's why many Japanese kitchens include built-in rice storage cabinets fitted with automatic dispensers. The rice sits stored inside a dedicated, sealed compartment. Simply place a container underneath, pull a small lever, and a measured portion is released automatically, with no lifting, no spilling, and no guessing exactly how much to pour out. It's a quiet, almost unnoticed convenience for most households, but one that becomes increasingly valuable with age, when even routine lifting starts to matter. Lifting isn't the only source of strain in a kitchen, though. Sometimes the countertop itself is working against the person using it. Number 4, the height adjustable countertop. Most kitchen countertops are built at one single fixed height, and that height simply isn't comfortable for everyone who uses it. If the counter sits too low, you're forced to bend forward while preparing food. If it's too high, your shoulders and arms tire out much faster than they should. Neither option works particularly well for older adults, especially those already dealing with joint stiffness. Some Japanese kitchens solve this with height-adjustable countertops, where the entire work surface can be raised or lowered to match the specific person using it. A small adjustment, sometimes just a few centimeters, can make a genuinely large difference. Less strain on the back, less pressure across the shoulders, and a far more comfortable cooking experience overall. Because good design isn't about forcing people to adapt themselves to a kitchen. It's about adapting the kitchen to the people who actually live in it. And the next idea takes that same philosophy and applies it to one of the heaviest, most awkward objects in any kitchen, a full pot. Number 3, the flush countertop and cooktop. Imagine moving a large pot filled with soup from one side of the kitchen to the other. In most homes, that means lifting it, and lifting heavy, hot cookware can be genuinely difficult for aging wrists, shoulders, and hands. Some Japanese kitchens solve this problem by keeping the countertop and the cooktop perfectly level with one another, with no lip or edge between them. Instead of lifting, you simply slide the pot across the flat surface. A heavy pot can move from the preparation area directly to the stove with very little physical effort at all. The difference might sound small on paper, but when cooking becomes noticeably easier on the joints, every single movement throughout the day genuinely matters, especially the ones repeated most often. Not every senior-friendly detail involves surfaces or appliances, though. Sometimes it's about rethinking a space that most kitchens ignore entirely. Number 2, the rotating corner shelf. Corner cabinets have frustrated homeowners for decades, everywhere in the world, not just in Japan. Items disappear into the back corner, pots get forgotten for months, and retrieving them usually requires awkward bending and blind reaching into a space you can't even see properly. Many Japanese kitchens solve this with rotating shelf systems built directly into the corner cabinet. With one gentle turn of the shelf, the entire contents of the cabinet rotate smoothly toward you. Everything that was previously hidden suddenly becomes fully accessible and visible. No crawling across the floor, no stretching blindly into a dark corner, and no forgotten cookware quietly gathering dust for years. It's a clever, physical example of a broader Japanese design philosophy. Don't make people adapt to the kitchen. Make the kitchen adapt to the people who use it. And that same philosophy reaches its clearest, most complete expression in the final idea on this list. Number 1. The pull-down storage cabinet. This may be the single most senior-friendly design on the entire list. In many kitchens, upper cabinets create a genuine problem. The storage space itself is useful, sometimes essential, but actually reaching it can be risky. People stretch upward, stand on their tiptoes, or climb onto an unstable chair, and that's precisely where serious accidents tend to happen. Japanese designers developed a remarkably simple mechanical solution instead. Pull-down shelving. With one gentle pull on a handle, the entire shelf lowers smoothly down to eye level. Bowls, plates, containers, everything comes down to you rather than the other way around. No reaching overhead, no climbing onto furniture, no precarious balancing. Just safe, effortless access every single time. This detail matters more than it might first appear, because falls remain one of the greatest risks facing older adults living independently. A single fall can quietly change someone's entire sense of independence overnight. A design this simple helps prevent that outcome before it ever has the chance to happen. Looking at these 10 ideas together, something important becomes clear. None of them require expensive renovations. None of them require moving to a bigger home or replacing an entire kitchen from scratch. Most are small, thoughtful adjustments. A drawer that slides fully outward, a shelf that lowers on its own, a countertop built at the right height for the person standing in front of it. Individually, each idea might look almost too simple to matter much on its own. But together, they change something much larger than convenience. They change how safely and how independently someone can continue living in their own home. When a country's population grows older, as Japan's has, design quietly begins to shift as well, not toward luxury and not toward complexity, but toward comfort, safety, and quiet dignity. Because for many older adults, the real goal was never to cook faster or more efficiently. The goal is simply to keep cooking at all, safely, comfortably, and on their own terms, for as long as possible. And perhaps that's the most thoughtful thing about kitchens designed this way. They aren't designed around appliances. They're designed around people. Which of these ideas surprised you most? Let us know below, and subscribe for more Japanese design secrets.